Hello guys, welcome to Froglane's very first stream. I'm hoping you guys can hear everything. I've been spending all day setting all this up, so I'm hoping you guys can hear everything. Make sure you let me know in the chat that everything's hunky-dory, that you can hear the mic okay, and that we've got everything ready to go. I am so nervous. Venom Legion on standby. Roger, roger. Perfect. I've got everything ready to go. We're going to be checking out these guys. Mirror paints on. You can hear everything perfectly good. There's no echoes or anything. I've spent the entire day setting everything up on here, ready to go. So we'll just wait for a couple of other people to drop in. You're right, Original. You're right, Ryan. How's it going? Keith, yes boy. Mrs. Frog is in the chat as well. We have the normal crowd in. It's good to go. Perfect. So I got this. We'll wait for everybody else to come in, but I'll show you guys the goodies first. I got this. These are mirror paints from a chap called Stuart Simple. He's a UK-based artist. And so he's done various different paints. This one in particular is the chromiest chrome, the mirroriest mirror, as he likes to call it. So we're going to be checking this out today. Hello Ritz, welcome in. We have the family. Perfect. So yeah, this is one that I've been trying out. So this was just painted directly over, this was actually bare plastic, believe it or not, so it's painted directly over it. It goes over a black undercoat as well, and we're even going to try it out on one of my big boys here today as well, see how it goes on. What I also did as well is I went ahead and set this guy up, one of the Space Marines. So if you guys are looking at blinging out your models, this stuff is most definitely the way to go. So we're going to try this out, I think. I've personally found, I've been trying out a couple of different colour schemes. Let me just show you this one as well real quick. Look at you guys, chipper and so happy today. Love it. Thank you so much, Ritz. So yeah, it's been a long time coming, this has, with the webcams and everything, so it's good to finally get everything up and running. I don't know whether you can tell in my voice, but I'm a tad bit nervous. So I've been trying out colour schemes for my Necrons. I really want to paint my Necrons in this colour scheme here with the bright silver, so we'll have to see how that goes. It is amazing paint. It's oil based, so it's not acrylic, so you can't go sticking this in your mouth, I'm afraid. Not that you would, it's going to taste a bit nasty, but it smells really good. They recommend you should be using it in a well ventilated area. I don't know whether you guys can see that if I just hold it up to the camera a little bit here. It looks like liquid mercury. Mr. Ritz says it looks awesome. It is. It's absolutely beautiful. It'll taste great. The sniff test tells me it smells like, I don't know whether I'm... it smells really potent. You definitely do not want to get this dropping everywhere. You're also going to need an old scrappy brush as well for it. So we'll move my best brushes to one side. But what I wanted to show you real quick is... Yes, yeah, I went out and got this one. So I have my face cam here, which is the one that Original got me, and then this one up here that I needed to get was, where are we? Here, there. This camera here, I needed a manually focused one to be able to get the models looking like they are, because it wasn't focusing properly. So it took me a while. Chris, how's it going, matey? It's proper toxic, this stuff. So we're going to have to see how it goes. I'm going to give it a proper shake up. It's got quite a long drying time, this has. So you'll have to excuse me if I keep on looking over here. It's because that's where my PC's set up, so I can see exactly what's going on. I've got my chat over here, my PC over here. I'm still learning how to do this whole streaming thing on YouTube's. Is that how you get the metallic effect? I personally wouldn't use this every day. This is more for the special miniatures, but yeah, that's how you end up getting something like this. It goes straight over bare plastic. Just down there in that box, can you pick me any miniature out at all? The white box. There we go. Perfect. Okay, right, so I've got this orc here. I'm going to go ahead and give his gun, just to show you guys. So a little bit goes a really long way on this. And it's such a thin coat as well. It's almost like, I don't know whether you guys have ever used...
Mr. Ritz is in the house.
Yes, Mr. Ritz. Earth blessed, perfect. Manny, I hope you got your eyes sorted. Mr. Ritz went to get some new eyes today. Yeah, this stuff is almost like gold leaf. I mean, I've never personally used gold leaf on a model, but I can imagine this is how it is. On a Sanguinius as well. Yes, buddy, welcome in. Chris, this is what we aim to do, is a nice chilled out stream where we explore new paints and new painting techniques. Oh, amazing. Oh, I'm so pleased.
Orc Girl, my mum is watching on her 50-inch TV.
Yep, we're going to have to change her name, aren't we, to Orc Girl on YouTube so she can comment. I bet she's not commented because she's just watching it on the telly, bless her. Shout out to Orc Girl. Anyone else who's new on the chat, let me know. Down a bit, there we go. See, it still looks like white, it's crazy, but if I can shift the light ever so slightly, it's so bright. Let's try and get some shadow on there. It's literally, this stuff is like a mirror. It's crazy, and it's so thin as well, so you don't need very much at all, and it goes straight over. It doesn't pull or bobble at all. It's just really nice to work with.
Sorry if you've got a different Insta name that I don't know about. Would you recommend some details on the chaos?
I'll put a caveat on that first before we go any further. This paint for this size bottle.
Don't spill it.
I'm not. It's 15 mil. It's 15 mil, right? So for a bottle this size, it's £35. I would definitely recommend it. Yes, I would recommend it for everything. If I could paint an entire army like this, like these Necrons, then definitely I would. But if you can push the boat out for £35 just for some spikes, then yeah, definitely. Otherwise, there are cheaper alternatives.
So for Chris's question, then, if you can't afford this, what would you say for the border details in this chaos?
So instead of this particular paint, Vallejo, and in fact Green Stuff World do a really good chrome aluminium. AK Paints also do an aluminium colour as well, and the aluminium, you're looking for polished aluminium, and it's going to give a really high sheen like this, but it looks white, and the reason is because it's so reflective. It goes better over a black or a grey undercoat though, so if I just drop that to one side, and we'll pick up some more. I'm going to show you on this Necron dude here. So I'm going to paint out on here. and should immediately be able to see that take. So how are you guys watching this then? Obviously I can see the chat coming up. So are you guys on tablets? Are you on phones? On TVs? If so... Let me bring it down slightly. There we go. On your phone. And have we got good quality on there? Because I've tried it out on my phone and on the tablet. Looks pretty good quality. PC, Charles. Oh, good stuff. And how is it on the P? How's the picture quality? Because I was worried about the output on there. Yeah. So rather than this being chrome, it's there. We go. You can see it's reflecting. So I've got a light on the camera up here, and it's reflecting that light straight back. So that's what you're seeing there. So you can see this is normal. This is the normal like rose gold on there. iPad screen's so much bigger. Oh, thank God for that. So this is the normal like rose gold. This is the Necron specific, the new colour. It's not Canoptic alloy. It is Runelord brass that's on here, and you can see the difference. This is almost dull in comparison to this. It's just magical stuff. Which is why I just have this image, even though these guys are broken down and dirty, I have this image in my head of these guys being like Terminator, you know, just nigh on unkillable. You crack the armor and they're still just going to be walking forwards. Chip bits off and they're still looking pristine. Keith is standing over my shoulder. My God, if you've got a neck that big that you can reach over the pond, Keith, I'll take my hat off to you.
We've got a spare bed if you want one at any time, Keith.
Yeah, it goes for any of you. Well, once quarantine's lifted, anyway.
You need to wash your hands before you enter the house.
I'm so pleased. That means that we can do this more. Yeah, so for those of you who weren't keeping up on the Instagram drama, let's chat about that now we're in here.
Jail.
So
Free the frogs.
me and Mrs. Frog woke up on Sunday morning, because Monday morning was this morning, and we woke up yesterday morning to find out that our Instagram accounts had been blocked. Not just mine, but Mrs. Frog's as well. And all we'd been doing was clearing house. So obviously you guys are absolutely awesome and we want to see your stories all the time. But our Instagram followers had been clogged up with people who weren't following us back. So in our infinite wisdom, we decided to unsubscribe all the people who weren't following us back. Now, 400 people later, I didn't do this by the way, this was Mrs. Frog, I was trying to set this up. 400 unfollows or unsubs later, and Instagram thinks that Mrs. Frog is a robot. So yeah, we ended up being blocked. We're blocked not permanently, but we're blocked from doing anything other than posting stories and responding to messages. We can do both of those things, but anything else we're blocked from. So posts and likes and all of that side of things, we're completely dead in the water, in jail until the 29th. So I'm not. When's the 29th? Saturday, is it? Sunday, maybe. It's Monday today, I know that much. It's the 24th today, so 5 days from today. Saturday, yeah. Yeah, so I'm just literally building up the colour. This takes absolutely no time at all to do with this paint. It goes on so easy, it's so thin, and as you can see straight away, that's just one coat. Mrs. Frog is a robot, stupid Instagram. I liked what Honor said. Honor said in the Patreon Discord that it was Instagram being jealous of us. So Instagram was jealous that we were going to be going over to YouTube, and as a result, decided to block us. I like that. Here we go. I'm just going to do up to here so we can see the general idea. Oops, I still have this issue with these lights. So the side lights are there to give a bit of ambience. I still have umbrage with them. So the only thing with this paint, the only thing that I've found is once it goes on, because Games Workshop paints and Games Workshop painting styles in general are really, how can I put it? They're like realistic and gritty, and this type of paint really isn't realistic. I mean, I say realistic when we're painting a 6-foot robot from the far future. But Games Workshop like to go with realistic colour schemes. So, what I... Yes, Dom! Dom, my man, how's it going? I am on! I have my first stream and everything. Oh, bless you, man. Welcome in. So...
The Ritz they've already used to get out of jail free.
Yeah, we can't even afford the 50 quid to go to just visiting. The $50 if you're in the US. So I'll just finish this off and then we're going to put this one to one side. I'm starting to relax now, it's good. There we go. I don't know whether you can see the one side to the other. So you can see where we've done the silver paint and where we haven't. It's a bit bright in terms of the light. Let me try just knocking this. Not that way. That way. Apologies guys, I'm just trying to turn the lights down just a tad. Oh, too far. There we go. That's going to show up the silver a little better. It's a little stark otherwise. But that's the mirror paint. Not a robot, a machine with no soul. Oh, I am sorry. Yes, a machine with no soul. He needs red glowy eyes. So speaking of which, let me just put this to one side. So the drying time on this I've found is about 6 hours. And then what I've done is I've gone ahead and in true, I don't think you guys in America have Blue Peter, do you? What brand is it? It's called... I should really just leave it there, shouldn't I? No, you can't, because you can't see it. It's called Mirror. So it's Mirror by Stuart Simple. He's a UK artist. He was the one that did the Blackest Black. I'll be back. Yeah, I won't be back streaming on Insta, I don't think, because this has worked out. We'll be streaming from here from now on. So this is Mirror Paint from, like I said, a guy called Stuart Semple. You might have actually seen it on Facebook. It's been advertised quite a bit on Facebook by a company called Culture Hustle. So they've done some advertising on it. But it's £30 UK with £5 postage and packaging. So I treated myself because I like paint. Yeah, I like paint. I like turtles. Yeah, so this guy here came out the same as these guys, like super shiny. And what tends to happen with smaller models like this, like the mirror paint itself looks realistic on... I am not tasting it, Charles. Mr. Syndrome, it's oil based. I can't taste it. I can taste any of the other acrylics, but I can't taste oil based because they don't agree with my stomach. But you're right. Taste test is the most important thing. So with these guys, when it's model based, you tend to lose a lot of the detail if you are going to be using this paint. Or to be fair, any of the key says music down just a tad. When you speak softly, it gets lost. No problem at all. I can sort that out for us. Excuse me. This is copyright free lo-fi, so hopefully we won't get stuck for it. No, we're not. We can go as long as we want. Fabulous. There we go. Yes. I can try. What was I going to say? So yeah, if you're doing like detail on this sort of stuff, the mirror tends to go best over black, but it could go over literally anything, as I've shown on the white there. But when you put it on, because it's so bright, it tends to lose a lot of the detail. So what I've done here, if I just bring this up, it's going to be ever so slightly out of focus, but you can see I've tried painting over the top of it. Normal Citadel paints go straight over the top of it, no problem at all. One or two coats, same as if you were painting over anything else, and it's bob on. I've even done his face, and then all I've done with the mirror is on the edges here. I've just gone in with null oil or black wash. I've just black washed in and around the grooves. Hunter, welcome in, buddy. You remembered. Yay! It's so good to have the crew in.
Mrs. Rick says not to put the brush in your mouth. You don't know where it's been.
Oh, I've swapped brushes. I've changed. I've got this one. That's my silvery one. That goes over there. This is my my non-painted one. So I'm okay to just stick this one on my mouth.
So just guys, just for future ref, Instagram will tell us when somebody new has joined the chat. It'll come up with a notification.
Yeah.
YouTube doesn't do that, so unless you actually comment, we don't know that you guys are here. So being involved in the comments is really important so that we can say hello to you.
YouTube didn't update. See, Hunter.
You need to click the bell.
You need to click the bell icon.
Subscribe and click the bell, guys.
Oh,
we've
got to do all that jazz as well, haven't we? Subscribe and comment, guys. Make sure you put a like. We know what's going on. So, where was I? The paint and things. I mean, the paint, let's be honest, the paint is secondary. I just wanted to see you guys and have a chat. I'll be doing a full video on this after the stream anyway. But,
I've got a song in my head now.
what's your song? Can I tell them the story? When I broke my ankle. Okay, right. I'm going to put the models down. I will. I'll have a real chat. So, a couple of years ago, I snapped my ankle pretty badly. In the winter, on some ice, and my foot ended up going the wrong way, and I snapped my tibia. The backbone. Yeah, tibia. And fibula. Oh, I apologise. I snapped my fibula. So we went to the hospital, and the guy tried to reset it by hand, and he was like, "Look, here's some. I'll have to get her a headset, original. You need to come a bit closer. They can't hear you. You're not going to be on camera. Don't worry." And they wanted to reset it. So they gave me laughing gas, and every time I took a big breath of this laughing gas, then there was a bucket with gauze in it for doing the plaster cast, and every time I took a deep breath of this, it rang the bell of the bucket. The bucket rang out. So after a couple of deep breaths, I was absolutely high as a kite. And what happened was that every time I took a deep breath, it rang this bucket like a bell. That song came into my head, and I started singing it. And I started singing it just as the guy came in, and he was like, I think you've had enough of that. And I turned around to him and went, no, you haven't. And carried on draining it until they took it away. Ring my bell, my bell. Chris Gibson, I love YouTube Prime. I can watch this whilst I attend to my Instagram. Big shout out to you guys. I'm loving this. Thank you so much, Chris. Hunter, never break an arm in Sweden. They'll make you wait for 12 hours. I'm not kidding. It's funny you should say that.
Sounds about right for the NHS as
Yeah,
well.
that's the NHS UK as well. I had to crawl in on my hands and knees when I broke my ankle because they didn't have any wheelie chairs. Wheelie chairs?
Also, guys, if you've got
Wheelchairs.
a different name, obviously we know Richard Johnson's original and we know certain ones, but if you've got a different name to what's your Insta,
Yeah.
then just let
Us know on the
so
Insta
we
as
know
well.
we're sort of talking to regular viewers, that would be helpful.
Ryan says, I feel so unsettled when you said broken ankle. Mate,
Honestly, they rang. I got a phone call. I was still in bed. He'd gone to work, and I got a phone call. Oh, apparently I've got to put the headset on. So I got a phone call from Mr. Frog's phone. Answered it, obviously, and it was a woman's voice saying, don't need to alarm you, but I'm with your husband. So I'm obviously going straight to, oh my god, he's been hit by a car, something's
I'm glad you
happened.
didn't think I was cheating on it.
He's been in an accident, so obviously I'm thinking the worst. So it's okay. We think he's broken his ankle. We're waiting for a paramedic. Just hold off for now because we don't know which hospital he'll be going to. So I hold off and wait a little bit, and then I get a phone call from Mr. Frog saying paramedics have been. It's just a sprain. Come and pick me up. So I drove to the next city, went and picked him up. He can't wait there. He can't do anything. And yeah, driving home, literally every pothole I drove over is screaming. His ankle is visibly swelling up whilst we're driving. He's in absolute agony. So I took him to the A&E, and yeah, his bones literally snapped in two. So I will give you your headset back now because I don't like this.
There we go, back again. So Charles says they didn't give me anything, dislocated shoulder. Ouch. Hunter says she's prepared to celebrate for their heritage. I'm not sure. Keith, we don't have insurance here in the UK. We have the NHS, which is the National Health Service. We've said it's amazing after we've just slated it for not having enough beds and wheelchairs. It is amazing, they are amazing, but yes, they just don't have enough funding, unfortunately. Right, what am I doing? So, I'm going to be going into this model and just applying some detail. As you can see on here, once you put the silver on, it's not got the detail on there anymore because everything is mirrored. So what you need to do is go back in. I'm just going to show you real quick on this guy. Oh. There we go. How's that? Yeah, perfect. So I'm using gloss. If you use gloss oil on gloss shade on your metallics, it'll still keep that sheen. So you use normal shade for like your non-metallic surfaces, and then you use your gloss shades for your metallic surfaces. And what that does is it keeps the shine on the model, it stops the metal dulling. So, pro tip for you. Never break a bone in Russia because you'll be 3-4 kilometers away from the nearest hospital. Oh my god, no. Yeah, we are. Well, you say a 5-minute walk. It's a 5-minute walk when you haven't broken your ankle. It's more like a 20-minute crawl when you have. No. It's got the lid on it. It's maybe... No, it's not that. It'll be my energy drink. I'm sure. Right. Okay. I need to draw like a target circle for where I hold my hand so you guys can see this. Here we go. Yes, depending on what it is. So I only use gloss varnish.
Hey, Stephen.
Stephen, yes, buddy. I was going to text you tomorrow if I hadn't heard for anything from you. Well, message you on Instagram. How you been, Steve? You all right, man? Yeah, in terms of the gloss varnish, so I'll use gloss varnish if I've got like blood effect or water effect, anything liquidy. I'll use gloss varnish for that, and also on metals as well. I don't generally tend to varnish my models anymore because the plastics hold the paint so well. I will, however, for things like well, resin, so Forge World, I'll yeah, on Forge World stuff I'll varnish those, but you want to be using gloss varnish on metallics or anything liquidy like oils or blood or snot, I don't know, bodily fluids. Gloss varnish those. Gloss varnish bodily fluids on a model, not in real life. Top tip. So yeah, here we go. And then matte varnish for everything else, because otherwise your model's going to look super shiny. It's been a crazy few days, oh bless you, man. Chris, what is your and Charles for that matter, Chris and Charles, what are your Instagram names? Because obviously I don't want to miss you guys on Instagram as well, and I'm sure you've been in the streams before, but I'm struggling to make a connection between the names on here and the Instagram names. Richard, I varnish every model because they're play pieces. Yeah, this is it. It depends how often they're going to be handled. If they're going to be handled a lot, then yeah, the last thing you want is it chipping off. But with plastic models, they tend to hold it, tend to hold the paint pretty well. This is Mrs. Frog's one.
Oh, Chris is Venom. Hi, Venom.
Venom, ah, wicked.
Mighty Venom.
It's good to have you in, my man. Mrs. Frog was telling me all about you.
Superstar.
Mm-hmm. And Charles's son's Syndrome. Awesome. We have...
We know you are original sin, Richard.
Oh, thank you, Richard. Right, so that's that. What was I going to show you as well? I was going to show you the paint going back over it as well. I would really recommend this for like high fantasy stuff. Oh, I know.
You're not swearing, are you?
You get demonetized if you do, but then I don't have 1,000 followers, so I don't have any monetization. I don't have any of that. But then I suppose they don't rank your videos as well. I don't know. We're all new to it. We could just have bloop about Friday. We could make like bleep noises every time we did it. You could probably do it, but I'm not a YouTube expert. Yeah, we're just gonna have to mutter it under our breaths or something. No, it's like all the music is Frog About Friday. Yes, Mr. Ritz. There we go. Only the video you swearing gets demonetized. Yeah, I think it drops in ranking though as well. So, because we're trying to grow the channel and get more followers, obviously we want to try and get. Oh, Richard. Oh, Richard, you got up in the game on this.
I like Frolic About Friday.
Frolic About Friday is wicked. Oh, Dom, don't worry about it at all. You are the first, the last. You are the first, my last, my everything.
Nothing wrong with being just Dom.
not at all.
It would be really helpful if you all changed your YouTube handles to your Instagram ones.
No, we'll learn it. We'll learn it. I mean, we're going to be on this more often than not, so we'll just naturally kind of change across anyway. So it'll be fine. Here we go. So all I'm doing is I'm just showing you in terms of this this mirror effect. I mean, it takes paint really well. You can just paint straight over the top of it after you've put the stuff on. So it's expensive, but my god does it shine. There we go. That's just straight red gore over the top of it, and that's been dulled down slightly. In real life, I don't know whether it comes across on the video, but in real life it almost looks like you know the cutlery. Excuse the English pronunciation. The cutlery. You know the cutlery that you get. Cutlery. You know the cutlery that you get. But now I'm going to dull it down. So the plastic cutlery that you get, that's silver in colour. It looks like that. It's proper shiny. That's me being recommon, that is. Or like a really polished metal, or like a mirror. It looks like a mirror because that's what it's called, mirror paint. It's proper shiny. It's probably too shiny for cutlery. I want to know more F about Fridays. We've had frolic about Friday. We've had frog about Friday. Silverware. Yeah.
No, it's cutlery.
Cutlery. We're English, so we English use our cutlery with perfection. Yes, yeah, we little finger out and everything. Cutlery. I love that. No, I only use a fork. I hardly ever use a knife. The only time I use a knife is like tonight when we had pork steaks, and I use a knife to cut the meat. But apart from that, I just use a fork because I'm a savage. She's going to be saying that all night. Oh, blimey, O'Reilly. Right, where were we? So, stuff and things. This is... Silverware. You never use a knife. No, I don't. I don't ever use a knife. Because I don't need to use a knife. Why do you need to use a knife when you can just scoop things up with your fork?
Honestly, Mr. and Mrs. Ritz.
Yes, Mr. and Mrs. Ritz.
So I've done Chinese marinated pork steaks with homemade egg fried rice, roasted vegetables, and corn.
It was amazing. Just get a spork and then you're all sorted. Yes, or you can just bring the plate up to your mouth and then just start shoveling it in. That also works. That works great with pasta, although the wife doesn't tend to like that. That's why we're bringing in the curry. Stephen, thank you so much. Bless you. Yeah, drop me a message over on Insta. I can still do the Instagram messages even though I'm in jail. Oh, I don't know whether you Americans have pot noodles, but in the UK we have pot noodles, which is like ramen in a pot basically, and they do chicken and mushroom and curry and that sort of thing. And they had a fork with a motor in it, and the fork span around, so you could literally it was like spaghetti. You just slap your fork in, press the button, and it'd rotate it around, and then you could slurp away on your noodles. It was amazing. Knives. Keith says knives are good for domestic disputes at the dinner table. Mrs. Frog wins again. You ask my sister. I always win on cutlery disputes.
Cutlery.
You didn't want to wear a microphone.
It's not cutlery.
You didn't. They can't hear you.
Cutlery.
Marijuana noodles. Hot pot noodles. All good until you press it in your mouth with a spinning fork. Yeah, then you wrap your tongue around it. I've completely lost my train of thought.
You're supposed to be the posh one amongst us.
I am the posh one amongst us.
Cutlery.
There's nothing wrong with cutlery. It's like skeleton. Even though it hasn't got
I
a...
can't say Domino's.
You said it then?
Right and statistics.
Statistics. Bless her. Oh, yeah, for those of you who haven't come onto the stream before, this is how it normally is. It's normally a case of we try and paint some models. That normally goes to one side. We end up bickering for a bit, and everybody has a good time. British language is very odd. Where, and where. Honest cutlery. Yeah, exactly, it's cutlery. Cutlery.
Cutlery.
No, because you cut things with cutlery. Anyway. Guys, we've got about 15 minutes left, so I mean, if you guys have any like hobby questions, anything that you've got issues with or anything, then we can I can do a bit of hobby talk with you, a bit of tips and tricks. Otherwise, we can just chill. In Swedish, swamp means mushroom. So when a stranger claps my orc's butt cheeks, I say, "Get out of my swamp." In Thai, moo is pork, pad is chicken, and poo is crab. P-O-O, poo. Oh, here we go. It's, yeah, tomato or tomato. It's aluminium. Aluminium. Pinky out when drinking tea is the British way, or pinky out when drinking energy drinks is the English way. Are we not supposed to do like sponsorship stuff? I don't know. We're all brand shiny new. We'll figure out YouTube together, boys and girls. Hey, Niche, welcome in. Tutorial time indeed. We've been going on for about 45 minutes now. I've been testing out these, which are the new mirror paints. I don't know whether you can see that, but super shiny chrome. I'll be doing a video tomorrow on YouTube for it, but we've just been testing these out live on stream today. Keith says, would you wash feathers on a model to give them depth, or pick up the recesses? Can't paint. In terms of feathers, right, I don't have anything with feathers on it. However, what I can do is show you on... Excuse me, wife? Here we go, that's what I was looking for. Right, my pad of tricks. Blimey. Right, let's turn this light down a tad. There we go, now you can see. When doing... Yep, there, like that. So, this is your feather, right? And in terms of the model, it's got recesses. This is just a simply modelled feather, right? Looks something like that, or maybe a little bit more fanciful like that. What you want to do is you want to paint it your light colour first. So if we were going with, you know, I don't know, a light blue, for example, and then rather than washing it, Keith, if you go in with like a darker blue or whatever colour you're using, water it down to 2 parts water to 1 part paint, and then just wash it over the entire model. That will dull it right down and bring out these recesses here. And then when you go back in with your original colour, you're going to be doing the top parts here, like that, with your original colour. And then if you want to go into super amounts of detail, then you can go in and you can highlight that part. Obviously this is like the opposite way, because the bits that I'm applying more look darker on here. But what you'll end up with, if I can draw it again real quick, is you'll have like your gradient, so it will be dark to light, dark to light, dark to light, something like that. But you get the general idea. Dark there, going up to light. So you go in with your dark wash, paint it with your lightest colour that you're using, your layer. So paint with layer. So layer is number 1. Then you glaze with your darker paint. 2 parts water to 1 part paint, and then go back in with your layer colour on these upper parts here, and then finally highlight. That's the way I would tackle feathers. Mr. Anderson. Yeah, man. Is it worth the money? Unless, right, there's 2 parts to this in terms of mirror, and like I said, I'll cover it in the video. With mirror paints, this 15 millilitres will last you years and years and years and years. I don't honestly know what's going to last longer, the bottle or the paint, in terms of whether this will dry out or not. I have a sneaking suspicion because it's oil based, it won't. So you're going to have it, and then after playing about with everything, my end result is it's way too shiny for completed models like this. Let's just turn the brightness back up on these, there we go. It's way too shiny for full models or full armies. I would go for something like this with just individual characters. So your main character, I don't know, your Smash Captain in Super Bling, you know, have your main character bloke in this sort of armour. He's really going to stand out on the tabletop. I mean, you put him in amongst, you know, other characters, and he's going to stand out from 1,000,001 miles away. But in terms of painting an entire army like this, for me, it would hurt my eyes. That's my honest opinion. To be fair. What's the other one? Oh, right, okay. Chins. Oh.
I'm not better than you, original.
No. Not after that dragon original. Your dragon was... Did you see his dragon? It was amazing.
Yes.
It was apparently... It was a toy dragon. It didn't look it. It was amazing. It really was. Oil paints get a skin on top of them when they're stored, so store it upside down to avoid that. You heard it here first. Store it upside down. I'm doing that now.
What's that?
Storing it upside down and not having the top off. So there we go. But other than that, I mean, it's absolutely amazing paint. It's super thin. It's super durable. Once it goes on, it takes acrylic paint back over the top of it.
So how much would you say you used?
So on these 3 models, yeah, not very much at all. I mean, we all know how bad Games Workshop paints are. Games Workshop paints are awful for drying up and everything. This paint, I don't think, will dry up. So you're going to have it for a long time. So for the initial outlay of £35, I mean, it's, you know, best part of maybe double, triple, maybe even quadruple the price of a normal one. So I mean, if you're looking for the best mirror paint, then yeah, I'd definitely go for it. But obviously, if you're just looking, if you're just starting out and you're just wanting a bog standard one, then maybe just stick with the platinum paint rather than, like, here we go. So P3 do radiant platinum, and you can see the difference in terms of the paints. It's not as bright, but it's still bright enough for when you're starting out with. It's still going to give you a very light one. Will matte varnish dull it? Yes, definitely. So the way I've covered varnishes, I think, before. If not, I can do a tutorial on it. But the deep dive behind the way matte varnish and gloss varnish works is to do with the way the mica and the paint is set up. So not mica, sorry, but it's to do with the way the atoms fall, the layers basically. So gloss will reflect the light, whereas matte will trap the light. And so if you've got a shiny surface like this and then you put a matte varnish over the top of it, it's going to trap the light in there. So it'll naturally dull it down. That's what happens. That's why you use gloss varnish. So I've got here null gloss and null oil shade. You use the null oil gloss when you're working with metals, and you use the normal shade when you're working with non-metallics. Yeah, are you talking about like a complete beginner, or I mean, is it your very first ever paint set? And if so, what models are you painting up with? Because that's going to be a big change on it.
As original said, that you've got all paints that last 15 years, so look after them and the last.
Dom says, "Damn bloody! I always thought you were a hothead, but now I'm watching this, I think you're far too calm." Dom, trust me.
Jonathan, who was training Nids, I missed you.
Yes.
On Insta jail.
Ah.
We're here, guys.
We're still in Insta jail. Dom, I am always calm on the surface, but in gaming terms, when I'm playing RPGs, I am always the hothead. But thank you very much. A follow-up set. If you're looking for follow-up sets, I would recommend something like Vallejo, or P3 is another one to go for. If you've got a decent set from Citadel, all the paints you're going to need in terms of painting your standard ones, then there's nothing better than like adding to your collection. If I just show you real quick, here we go. I'm just going to bring this around. So this is my setup. So these are all my Games Workshop paints here. So I have pretty much all of the Games Workshop paints that you could want, yeah? And then in addition to that, on my side wall, I have all of the colours from Vallejo and P3 that you can't necessarily get from Games Workshop. Things like fluorescent pinks, or the reddest reds, or like the armour washes that they do, or the satin varnish that's really good, the mediums and the armour washes and that sort of thing. But if you're starting out, I definitely just stick with Citadel, and then after that look into getting specific paints from like Vallejo and P3 and that sort of thing. It all depends on kind of what you're painting, to be fair. Hashtag free frog lane. I've all paints that are 15 years old and still good, absolutely. But then having said that, I've still got G-dub paints that are 15 years old, 20 years old in fact, and still working perfectly. There's one, for example. That's the original Chaos Black from the original Games Workshop collection. And I don't know whether you can see on there. In fact, I've got this camera up here. There we go. Still as pristine and perfect as when we very first got it. Yeah, Army Painter is a good one to go for. The Army Painter washes are amazing. They're soft and strong washes, and dark washes. Those are really good in terms of washes. We didn't know that the null oil came in gloss as well. Yes, mate. Yeah. So for the, I'll be honest with you, I only found these out, the difference between the gloss and the null, about a couple of months back, when I was playtesting them, and I bought this one, the gloss, and then was putting it on normal black. It was actually the Space Marine black armour for the Black Templar commission that I did for Jeans, and I was wondering why on earth it was going wrong, and it was because it was gloss. So I then switched over to the null oil. But yeah, the gloss is what you need for the metals. When he hears animated series intros, he becomes crazy because sanity is for the weak. Yes, Keith likes crayons as well. The old screw shop G-Dub paints. Oh man, I'd completely forgotten about the old screw tops. I know I still have some in my drawers down there, but I can guarantee you they're all dried out. I'm not even going to attempt to get any out this time around. They're awful. But yeah, in terms of follow-up sets, I'd probably go for the Army Painter washes if you haven't got those already, because those will work wonders. What else do I use? What else do I use every single day that's not G-Dub? Experiment. Try, I mean, you know, green. So look at, check out Green Stuff World. So I use Green Stuff World a fair bit. I've got their medium, which is amazing, mainly because it's in a dropper bottle, but they also tried out the Green Stuff World. This is their colour shift paint here, and that's really good stuff. I don't know, I'm so used to having a camera like here, that's what I go to show. I'm not used to having like a top-down camera. So yeah, this is Green Stuff World's colour shift paint, and in fact that model there was painted with this, and it's fantastic. It's absolutely amazing. So other than that, it's just kind of checking out what colours you like. I can't tell you what colours you like. I like turtles. No, I like Hawk Turquoise. Hawk Turquoise is my favouriteest colour, and I found another pot. I bought about 5 pots of this when I found out it wasn't going out, but it's a beautiful colour. It's such a rich blue. It's quite a bit of saturation on this camera, but it's Hawk Turquoise. And then I found out that they were stopping doing it, so I bought about 5 bottles, and I've got 1 bottle left. And then I found that P3 do a Hawk Turquoise as well, so I went out and bought that. Charles, I have all the Army Painter washes already. I don't know then in that case, to be honest, buddy. If you've got those, I mean, I use the Panzer Ace colours quite a bit as well. But to be fair, I don't really use that many. That's from Vallejo, Panzer Ace. But I don't really use that many paints from there. Just the dark rubber and the light rubber, because they're a really good set. Wow, my dyslexia is kicking in. Panzer Ace. It's this one here. I use the dark rubber and the light rubber a lot. So that's the light rubber. And then that's the dark rubber. And it's what I used on the Black Templars commission. It's a really good colour set. But yeah, check out Green Stuff World, because they're fantastic. I use them a lot. Other than that, it's just a case of kind of shopping around really for colours that you haven't got and you like the look of and you want to try out. And at the end of the day, if you try it and it doesn't work, then you've not lost anything bar a couple of pound. Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Ritz. Mrs. Frog, how do you tag on YouTube? I have no idea.
No, my question was because people are tagging me in the chat. So
yeah.
Is it like a case of at my Instagram? So I don't know how people tag people in the chat.
Oh, right. Oh, I didn't even know you could.
Yeah, so people have been tagging me. And it's coming up red because they've been tagging me.
Well, that's clever.
I don't know.
Guys, how do you tag? I didn't read the instructions before. Hello in the chat. Bless you, my man. So with, I'm not going to call you out for it. Don't worry, E. E, do you mind me calling you Mr. Anderson? Because it's far cooler. It's just like the Matrix. Yeah, Keith says everyone in Patreon knows I'm a scale colour nut. I love it. Try it if you want something different. Yeah, definitely. Actually, I'd forgotten about that, Charles. It's with so scale colour. It's not something that I use. It tends to be a lot more thin. The paints are a lot more thin, and you have a bit more work time with it. But that's one thing that I would recommend. Keith loves them. I'm still yet to try them. I bought this paint this month, but I tend to normally have like a paint allowance to paint different, to buy different paints. So I have a painting allowance, my own personal one, to try out new paints every month, as well as my models. Everyone in Patreon knows. Yes, we've got that. Orc Lives Matter. Hashtag Ryan Steele, hello. Is it not the @ sign? Guys, how do you tag someone in chat so that it comes up with their name? Hashtag doesn't do anything. @Earth. We'll figure it out, I'm sure. Does anybody else have any hobby questions or anything like that? Ah, right. She just spelt your name wrong. Tyranid lives don't matter. Yeah, definitely. I completely agree. Although I do want to try. JJ, Mr. Monkey, Sinister Monkey, was had some dark metallic colours, like a black metallic colour, and I think that would be awesome with a gloss varnish over the top of it for Tyranids. I think that would look fantastic. So that's something that I definitely want to try. I've almost cleared my painting backlog now as well, you guys will be pleased to note, so I can start painting new toys as well. So I will be on the lookout and the hunt. Somebody was asking and requesting for Age of Sigmar stuff, so I have some Age of Sigmar stuff on the way, and we were looking at D&D as well. So if you guys want to recommend anything else. You want a frog?
You want a frog?
Nah, you'll have to wait then, won't you? Because I've still got other stuff to do. But if you guys want anything else, me to paint anything else, any of your toys, not as in, well, if you want me to do a commission, I'm more than happy to do a commission. But I meant in terms of the models that you're painting up at the moment, and you want me to get some and paint some alongside you, and tips and tricks, then we can definitely do that as well. I will get onto painting frogs, I promise. It did work. Good. Perfect. I think we're just about done in terms of all that. We're getting up towards the end of the hour. I've had a bit of a rough day, I'll be honest with you guys, so I'm not feeling 100% in myself. But obviously, I'm so pleased that we've got this sorted. So, Charles Webb says, "Ooh, I'm highlighted!" Is that you highlighting him? Ah, heresy from Charles Webb. Well, 100 years, orcs have been oppressed and slaughtered. Orcs have not been oppressed at all. We love to fight, and we fight. We fight to love. It's an @ It's an @ You use an @ Okay, it's got @ on there from Richard. My name is highlighted in red. Oh, I don't know why, Hunter. I've not done anything at all. Blood for the blood gods, skull for the skull thrones. I want to try something now. Seeing as we're playing about, I want to try using a couple of different technical paints on them. See whether they come out. Because I've finished everything I need to do, so we'll just have a play about together. Pillows for the pillow fort. Do some harlequins. Yes, actually. It's Zench. Zench.
Cutlery.
Yeah. I've got here some oxide paint, so for oxidization. Bit of blood. And let's just bring those over. Oh, we can lie them down, look at that. And then, what Rex brushes, wife?
The thingy corrosion, something corrosion.
Go on.
Beginning with T.
Yeah. Now look at your YouTube channel.
No, I want to get it on my own map.
Oh, okay.
I'm not looking at the chat, guys. I'm not looking at it.
Ooh.
I've forgotten it.
Typhus.
That's it.
That doesn't look too bad. So, typhus corrosion on this stuff muddies it up quite nicely. Just putting a bit on there, dulls it down though. So that doesn't look too bad for like the Under Armour and stuff where you've got the rust and that going on. Yeah, so this will go straight on there, so I don't even have to worry about that. It'll automatically upload. So anything that you've missed, you can watch back. Any of the tutorials that we do, we can watch that. But what I'm planning to do from now on, so today we've done...
Tell Mrs. Frog knows the Chaos God... Don't
Zench.
say it, because she's giving us knowledge of how to say cutlery.
Zench is the Lord of Change. Your Slaneshi girls are the gods of excess and pleasure.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So yeah, what my plan is, guys, is that I'm going to be doing a tutorial like this. So we're going to be chilling out and we're going to do a tutorial live stream every single night, every single weekday. And then the following day, I'm going to post up an abbreviated version of it as like a 5 or a 10-minute tutorial. So you can either watch the long version or the short version. But obviously if you're here hanging out live, then you're going to get it hands-on and you can ask questions and do all that sort of jazz. Just put the metallic paint in my mouth. It's bad, Mkai. Zench. It's got a silent T.
You pronounced the T the first time.
Okay, well you can watch the entire stream back and see the video if you want. I promise you I didn't.
I said Zench, you went Zench.
I did, guys. Zench. It's like a Zench. It's got a silent T. You don't actually pronounce the T, but it's still got like a Zench on it. Right, last thing I'm going to try on here. So this guy, I've tried out, if I get a close-up on that there. This was with the typhus corrosion, which I actually really like. And then somewhere over here, I tried it out with the technical paint, the oxide paint. I don't really like that. So I want to see what it looks like with the blood for the blood god. And I'm going to paint over his eye. Oh my god, oh my god. He looks like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, guys. Like literally. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Necron. That looks really bad. Oh, now I want to do Christmas Necrons. I'm going to get that off before anyone sees. You didn't see it. Mr. Frog needs a smack. Mr. Frog does not need a... Yeah, exactly, Honor. That's how you... Zench. It's Zench pronunciation, exactly. Yeah, you don't really pronounce the T. It's like it's like the Russian.
Venom said Zench.
Yeah, you could say Zench as well. Zench, Zench, but it's not like a full T. It's like a Zench, Zench. But it's like, okay, so what is it that? Let me spell it out for you guys. Let me get my pad of paper and I'm just going to find the correct spelling of it because it always gets me in terms of the pronunciation, right? Yeah, okay. So how do you pronounce... This is so stupid, isn't it? I'm asking verbally people on text how they pronounce something. Right, you're going to do an A, B... C or D on this, right?
Mother says as in the Tsar of Russia.
Yeah, as in the Tsar of Russia. Right. That is the tank that Imperial Guard travelling. Yes, yes, Mr. T. So,
Hunter says, what if I told you that there is no right spelling because he is a god of change?
oh.
Also changes his name to pronounce it. So I can say it however the fuck I like, basically.
No swearing on my Instagram, on my YouTube stream. Thank you very much. I think I just swore by calling it an Instagram stream. Chimera, Chimera. Yeah, I've had people pronounce it chimera or chimera, pronouncing the CH. But it's like I'm pretty sure that's the actual way to spell it. Yeah, the ch becomes a K, exactly. But people got so happy, like you don't say church, you say church. Yeah, but it's not. Oh no, I've just shot myself in the foot, haven't I, with a chimera? No, but it's not chimera, it's chimera. Chimera in Russian.
Very close to going to the scone debate.
We are not going scone or tomato. Hunter says it's chimera in Russian. Who was it that was in Sweden? How would you pronounce it in Swedish? Where's Dutch? Butcher all of the words. Oh no, but I love the Dutch accent. No, I can't. I can't do the Dutch accent. Smoking a pancake. That's about the best you're going to get out of me in terms of a Dutch accent. Ritz and I had this conversation last week. Oh, there we go. Chimera. Cool, man. Right, guys, I'm gonna stop the stream, I think, pretty damn soon, because I need a wee, to be honest. And it's been a really long day, so we're gonna chill for the moment, and we'll start up again tomorrow. So tomorrow is the beginner's stream, where Mrs. Frog will either be painting a Necron, or what will you be painting, wife? Whatever. Okay, we need to know what Mrs. Frog is going to be painting. She's got her box of oh, I just ran over a foot. Guys, I'm gonna need to end the stream, right? And we'll come back on. I've proper just run over Mrs. Frog's foot. Guys, much love. If you're not on the Discord, get on the Discord. I'll be back on the Discord afterwards. Take care, boys and girls. Bye for now.